He's going to be here on Wednesday for something else, 3 o'clock. You're right.
Then I'll make it a point to be here and see him then.
We'll look at some other issues with medical insurance, things like that,
Okay.
those savers.
Okay. Any other questions for me?
Dennis, why don't you say a little bit more about the security cameras?
Well, I know, I did talk about that in more detail, I guess it was two meetings ago, so I can do it again. We're looking to, the initiative is going to start with 3 stations. We're looking to incorporate the theater simply because they exist there. It would just involve putting a camera on the outside, PTV, panoramic tilt, and I forget what the zoom.
It's a camera.
Zoom.
That
Oh, it's
can
state
cover
of the
the whole
art.
big geography.
We're looking to put one out there, hook it up with the kind of VCR unit, if you will, or receiver, that will be able to be tapped in by the police department or by village government or monitor from a mobile device. There's going to be one in the theater. We're looking to put one on 10 Ocean Avenue, Joe Furman's building, simply because.
Very quickly, have you spoken to TriTech? Because they mentioned to me that they would keep that camera.
Yeah, I've talked to,
I don't know, when you're talking about putting one at Joel's, I don't know whether,
Well, no, I haven't talked to them about that, but there was some talk at one time about making that, public camera.
there's a camera on the southeast corner
put a button.
of Main and South Ocean Avenue that belongs to TriTech. At some point in time, they'll give it to us,
Right. Just,
but not yet.
that's what I'm saying, and I don't know if that changes locations and things. Whether you make it part of your system or what.
Well, it could.
What
It
about
could,
the
because, I
mask?
mean, that would be looking at the same things that the camera on Joe's building would
That's
be looking at.
my point.
But the only problem I would have is I'd have to get a whole other station then to set it up with the unit to receive and to record.
Don't talk to them.
Yeah, we'll see what, if they want to do that, that's fine.
Okay.
And then the other one, we're looking to put down on West Main Street in proximity to Barbecue, Brick House, right in there on a pole. It would have the same capabilities. Would have to buy a unit, a receiver for that. The bid budget did set aside $10,000 this year to get started. I think we can get those 3 stations or 3 stations somewhere started for about that amount. Again, we're looking to go out in April and ask for quotes on the 3 stations once we establish what they're going to be. And it's in next year's budget, which starts on June 1st, so we want to get that initiative underway as quickly as we possibly can. Again, I've mentioned this in the past, Huntington Station has 42 of those cameras. And they're all hooked right into the 2nd precinct, and they love them. The 2nd precinct loves them, the BID in Huntington Station loves them. Crime in certain areas of Huntington Station doesn't happen because the cameras are there. And if we're not gonna get you with this camera, we're gonna get you with the one that's 2 blocks away. So it's really a deterrent, makes your village a lot safer, and it's something I'm anxious to get started. And as we go along, expound upon, build upon. And I think once we see the success of these cameras, it'll be easy to get the funding to increase the cameras that we have throughout the village and make it a safer place overall.
Sure, any questions?
Anything
I
else?
was just thinking like the traffic mass storms that are either at the intersections or at the crosswalks, instead of having them mounted on someone's private building, where you have a public piece of property that it would be mounted on instead of someone's private property.
They need to be wired into a DVR.
Well, that's the whole thing. The DVR has to be wired in, and that's gotta be somebody's property. Is it the village's property, that own? Or is it Suffolk County? So, I don't know if there's a ramification from that. I mean, we could look into it. It's not a good idea
I
because.
wasn't sure how complicated it would be to get the agreement from Joel Furman.
Big brother.
He's agreed already.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
And
He's actually agreed already simply because the equipment that he has in there was put in as a result of the 2010 grant. So he was amenable to us going in there and tapping it. And what I would do with him now, because he'll have 6 cameras at this point, is we would upgrade his DVR to accommodate 6 stations and use the 4 stations that he has and bring it out and put it elsewhere where we only have 2 to 4 cameras. So we have some economies of scale working there too.
Joel Furman is the biggest cheerleader on the bid for security cameras.
Yeah, He readily agreed. But we can ask TriTech and see,
That would be
if that can come into play in
The access to it, use it. The other thought was just to make it online so anybody can go on at any time and kind of look what's happening on Main Street.
right,
General
the
public.
public outlets.
Yeah.
Kind of like Abbey Road in England, everybody's walking across the, they go on their smartphones and see themselves. Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.